Welcome back to Crime Chronicles. Today we take a look at a group of young criminals from Dublin that quickly rose to prominence by using social media as an essential tool. They were able to grow quickly by attracting inner city youths with the prospect of making lots of money quickly. The gang expanded rapidly but burned out quickly, being victims of their own high visibility lifestyles. The Gucci gang emerged in the early 2010s in Dublin as a loose affiliation of young individuals primarily involved in petty crime. The group's name, derived from the luxury fashion brand Gucci, reflected their aspiration for a lavish lifestyle. At the helm of this group was the appropriately named Mr. Flashy, well known for his love of designer clothing and expensive watches. Initially, their activities centered around low-level criminal endeavors such as shoplifting, vandalism, and minor drug dealing. However, as the gang's notoriety grew, so did their ambitions and the scale of their operations. By 2015, the Gucci gang had established a significant presence in several working-class neighborhoods in Dublin. They were known for their flashy appearances, often adorned in designer clothes and accessories, which they used as a symbol of their success and defiance against the socio-economic struggles faced by many in their communities. The gang attracted numerous disenfranchised youth who were drawn to the allure of quick money, status, and a sense of belonging. The gang's operations extended to include more serious criminal activities, such as large-scale drug trafficking, extortion, and violent crimes. Their rapid rise in power and influence was facilitated by their strategic alliances with more established criminal organizations in Ireland, such as the cartel. These alliances provided the Gucci gang with access to resources, including weapons and larger quantities of drugs, which bolstered their criminal capabilities. A significant factor in the Gucci gang's rise was their adept use of social media platforms. The gang members frequently posted images and videos flaunting their wealth, luxurious lifestyles, and criminal exploits. This not only served as a recruitment tool, attracting more young people to their ranks, but also helped to establish their reputation and instill fear in their rivals and the local community. The public displays of wealth and bravado were a deliberate tactic to enhance their notoriety and influence. At their peak, the Gucci gang was involved in a diverse array of criminal activities. Drug trafficking remained their primary source of income, with the gang controlling significant portions of the heroin and cocaine markets in Dublin. They operated sophisticated distribution networks, utilizing safe houses and a network of couriers to evade law enforcement. In addition to drug trafficking, the gang engaged in extortion, targeting local businesses and demanding protection money under the threat of violence. They also ran various illegal enterprises, including counterfeit goods and stolen property rings. The proceeds from these activities were laundered through front businesses and investments in legitimate enterprises, further entrenching their influence in the local economy. Violence was a key tool used by the Gucci gang to maintain their dominance. They were involved in numerous high-profile incidents, including shootings, stabbings, and arson attacks, often targeting rival gang members and those who opposed their operations. The gang's readiness to use extreme violence made them a formidable force in the Dublin criminal underworld. The Gucci gang has been involved in many notorious incidents, including the attempted murder of Hutch gang member James Mago Gately. Gately had been sitting in his car at a Topaz petrol station during lunchtime on May the 10th of 2017, when he was approached by a Gucci gang gunman who proceeded to shoot him 5 times. Fortunately, Gately had been warned by the police that there were threats to his life, and he had been wearing a bulletproof vest, so he survived with wounds to his upper chest and neck. This brazen act of violence shocked the public and highlighted the gang's willingness to carry out brutal attacks to protect their interests. The incident also marked a turning point in the gang's relationship with law enforcement, leading to increased scrutiny and efforts to dismantle their operations. The escalating violence and growing public outcry prompted a concerted effort by Irish law enforcement to dismantle the Gucci gang. In 2018, the police launched a multi-agency initiative aimed at disrupting the gang's activities and bringing its members to justice. The operation involved extensive surveillance, intelligence gathering, and coordinated raids on gang strongholds. Over the next 2 years, the operation resulted in the arrest of numerous key gang members, including several high-ranking leaders. These arrests, coupled with significant drug seizures and asset confiscations, severely disrupted the gang's operation. The loss of leadership and resources weakened the gang's ability to maintain control over their criminal enterprises and defend their territory. The pressure from law enforcement exacerbated internal tensions within the Gucci gang. As key figures were arrested or fled to avoid capture, power struggles emerged among the remaining members. These internal conflicts led to a series of violent confrontations and betrayals, further destabilizing the gang. The fragmentation of the gang was accelerated by defections and cooperation with law enforcement by some members seeking reduced sentences. This provided authorities with valuable intelligence, leading to further arrests and the dismantling of remaining gang structures. In 2024, the once formidable Gucci gang is now a shadow of its former self, with most of its leaders incarcerated, in hiding, or dead. Perhaps the biggest nail in the coffin of the Gucci gang was the arrest and public naming of Mr. Flashy. We now know his real name, Glenn Ward. Due to the Irish defamation laws, Ward had not been named by police and media during the rise of the Gucci gang. But once he was charged and appeared in court, his name was finally made public. The legacy of the Gucci gang is a complex one. On one hand, their rise and fall highlighted the challenges faced by marginalised communities in Dublin and the allure of gang life for disenfranchised youth. On the other hand, their downfall demonstrated the effectiveness of coordinated law enforcement and community resilience in addressing organised crime. The Gucci gang's story also served as a cautionary tale about the dangers of glamorizing criminal lifestyles. The gang's use of social media to project an image of wealth and success masked the harsh realities of violence, betrayal, and the eventual consequences of their actions. One key takeaway was the importance of a multifaceted approach to tackling organised crime. This includes not only aggressive law enforcement actions, but also efforts to address the underlying social and economic conditions that contribute to gang involvement. The success of the Gucci gang showed the lack of police understanding of how social media is being used by emerging criminal groups. Thank you for joining us today on Crime Chronicles. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the channel with your friends.